4K fam and new viewers, welcome to the channel. I am your boy 4K Ray. I welcome you guys back to the Behind the Screen podcast and what's coming out this week. It's been a while since I've gave you guys one of these videos, so I decided it was time to bring it back. So salute to everybody that's been falling into the channel, leaving comments, hitting that like button, and everybody that's been subscribing, man. Thank you. But nonetheless, let's get into what's coming in this week on 4K. Let's go. So the first movie we're going to talk about today is a Best Buy exclusive steelbook, you guys. It's A Wonderful Life 4K. Yes, this has been out on the 4K format for quite some time, so if you haven't picked it up, you can get the regular slip version for as low as $9.99 is what I've been seeing it go at throughout different times in the year and right now as we're in those Black Friday deals. So if you really want to pick up this film, definitely pick it up. There's not much I can tell you about it on my end. This movie came out in, I believe it was 1946. I was born in 1982, and it's just not my type of film. I know it's a classic. A lot of people love watching it during the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it just has that appeal to certain people that it's always in their rotation this time of year. This is a native 4K presentation. It does offer you some Dolby Vision, HDR10, and no Dolby Atmos, but you get that Dolby True HD quality audio. So if you guys really are into those steelbooks, I definitely say go ahead and pick it up. Low price of $22.99 is the price that I'm seeing it for on Amazon. Not too sure about Best Buy. I know that's the place I always go to for my steals and deals. But definitely you guys pick this up. That's not a bad price for a steelbook. If you love the film or if you just really got to have every 4K in the collection, definitely go ahead and pick this one up, you guys. All right, so coming up next, you guys, we have another exclusive. This one's coming from Shout Factory. This is a Japanese anime. Another one of those films I don't know too much about it. Just seen it come up as I was perusing to see what comes out this week. So I can't give you many details on this one, you guys, but I can tell you this one is going to set you back a little bit of money. It does come with some extra goodies to help make it worth your money, depending on how you value it. I'm seeing this one upwards of $80. Yes, you heard it right. $80 for this set. This one is Weathering with You 4K Blu-ray. Actually, once I finish with this, I am going to watch the trailer so I can understand what this anime is all about, to see if it's one that, you know, interests me a little bit. I've read the little backstory synopsis of the film itself, but other than that, I know nothing about it. So you guys definitely watch the trailer, get a little backstory information before you decide to pull the trigger on this one, unless you're one of those people, once again, that just got to have that Shout Factory, Screen Factory coming in your mailbox and jumping on Instagram or YouTube, however it is you do your social media, and letting everybody know, I got it. All right, you guys, so coming up next, this one really interests me. This is Sony's Resident Evil 6 movie limited collector set. This one is coming in at $69.99, which is not a bad deal if you do not own any of the Resident Evils on 4K. Now, we do already have two films, which I don't really know why they skipped the film, but they did the Afterlife, then Final Chapter. But I believe Retribution was in between that. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know why they skipped titles like that, or why we're not getting this in its own separate films. Because the only one I would really love to have in my collection is Resident Evil Apocalypse. That is my favorite out of the film. Now, this whole franchise, it may not be the best, and it definitely does not follow the entire story of the Resident Evil video game. You guys, if you don't know the backstory behind what went on during this 6-film franchise with Paul W.S. Anderson and the people that made the video game, there's a 2017 article that came out with interviews with both sides, the filmmaking and the video game, and they talked about why things never really worked out the way they intended to, and what Paul W.S. Anderson goes into detail of what he was trying to create from the film and bring it into the video game. And that's why we question, who is Alice? How does she fit into this? But definitely you guys can go back and Google that if you haven't seen or read that about that in the past. Definitely check it out. It gives you a better insight of how these two intertwine, or the things just didn't work out and we got what's glorifiably a great popcorn flick franchise, kind of like what Fast and Furious has turned into. But nonetheless, man, all 6 of these films do get native 4K transfers. You guys already know Sony usually does one of the best jobs as far as bringing 4K to life. All 6 films also do have Dolby Atmos. Now, if you guys want a detailed review, there's plenty of reviews I've already seen. Well, I've seen the thumbnails on YouTube already, so definitely Google it. Go on YouTube, search it, you can find a couple early in-hand reviews of what to expect with this one if you plan on spending that $70. Now, I'm going to tell you, like, that's not bad. We're talking $11 and about 60 cents per film. Not bad. Now, I already own the two that's already on 4K, so I'm really only getting 4 films because I own 2, so that brings the total up a little bit more. So this one, I definitely believe I will wait on a little bit of a price drop or to see if I can accumulate some gift cards, PayPal money, sell some digital codes or anything of that nature to help bring that price down just a little bit, because we already know there's another film coming out this week that I think most people have their eyes on. Then you got Black Friday deals coming up, along with all the films that are coming out in December. If you haven't taken part of the Target or Amazon buy 2 get 1 free and getting some pre-orders in, especially for that expensive stuff like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, man, it's gonna be really tough on a lot of people's pockets. I know I'm trying to plan it out the best way possible. You guys leave me in the comment section what you're doing to get all this money, all these films situated. But nonetheless, man, that is what we have. Resident Evil, man. All right, you guys, so coming up next, we have Universal Studios animated film, The Cruise. This is a nice little family fun time film to watch together, especially right now during the holidays, bringing the whole house into your movie room, into your living room, however it is you got it set up to watch your films. Spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours watching this nice little film. Fun, good time, pop some popcorn, have some nice little snacks. Great time with family, man. But this one is a upscale 4K HDR10 along with DTS:X audio. I've heard some mixed reviews about it. Some people really liked it. Some people say it's okay. Most reviews that I've seen as far as online from critics and things like that give it about a 7 to a 7.5, which is not bad. It's definitely probably not up there with some of your better films that most people love, like your Toy Story and stuff that's coming out of Disney or Pixar or something like that. But this one's coming in at $19.99, so you can decide whether it's worth the time and the money to pick this one up. I know some people they want to pick up every film that's coming out this week, so kudos to you and your buying power. I definitely say it's probably worth it if you got the kids and you really want to spend the time with them. It's a great way to do it and enjoy it. Get some laughs in. Laughing is very, very good. Takes off a lot of stress, especially if you're in the workforce right now and you're going through a lot of things, man. Just taking that little hour to an hour and a half out with your family and having a good time can mean a lot. But that is another film we got this week, you guys. $19.99, The Cruise 4K, presented by Universal Studios. All right, you guys, so last but not least, we have Disney's New Mutants on 4K. Now, this is getting a regular slip case and a nice little steelbook case. I actually enjoy this steelbook case more than the slip case because it has that horror aspect attached to it, that more dark side that the film tends to borrow on as well. But that slip case just has them standing there. It doesn't really tell you that, you know, this has that horror thriller aspect to it. So that steelbook is a lot fancier, nice, much better art on it. I would choose that one if I decide to go ahead and pick this up this week. Very hesitant on it. I'm just not sure yet. Many reviews hint that the film was not that good. So trying to decide, do I want to spend that $29 to $35 on this film, or should I wait for some type of price drop or any other options that I may have? Now, this does have native 4K, no Dolby Vision, HDR10, along with some nice Dolby Atmos. I know this floated out a little bit earlier into some people's hands, so reviews, unboxings, and things like that can be found right here on YouTube. So definitely search it if you're interested and want a little more information on this title. But I think most people will be gravitating to this one if they decide to pick up new releases, being that this did come out into some theaters, but most states probably still didn't have theaters open. I know mine, for instance, here in North Carolina, they opened for a little bit and closed back down, other than a few independent places, or like AMC has some theaters that are still open. But I decided I'm not going to the theaters, man. I'm glad I haven't, because you see these numbers are rising again. But that's a different conversation. So you guys, we have the New Mutants. Let me know in the comment section, what were your thoughts on this film if you got to see it in theaters? Is it worth picking up? Was the story better than what the early reviews were saying? I know critics were trashing it. From what I kept seeing, it was getting like 5s and 6s. And a lot of times the critic reviews are a little more harsh than, you know, us fans. We start to enjoy the movie a little bit more than them, just for what it is and not looking at all those extra technical aspects. And we understand the story more than some of these older people that review these films. So our knowledge might be a little bit more on the comic book side as to where they don't really know the backstory and things like that. But nonetheless, you guys, that is the last film we have this week coming out on shelves. Cannot wait for Blues Day Tuesday coming up to see what we have in stores. I will definitely try to get out to Best Buy this Tuesday. Maybe pick one of these up or see what else may be on sale as the Black Friday deals continue to trickle in. You guys continue to search for the best deal possible. But nonetheless, man, you guys, if you're new to the videos, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when new videos go up. And as always, you can follow me over on Instagram at 4KDRay. That is me. So if you're putting up with what I'm putting down, man, definitely join me for the next video. But until then, we are gone.